Welcome back to this Let's Play of the original official campaign for Neverwinter Nights 2. Last time we proceeded underneath the castle of Neverwinter in order to get to Lord Nasher because there have been some, well, awkward things with the security system that apparently someone installed and never bothered to read the instructions for. But we have the piece for the control panel, so we can now fix it. Or its magical equivalent thereof. Between the episodes, I cleaned up all these random items lying around. This dagger here, which is one in a chest in this last room, probably the only one that's worth mentioning. It gives immunity to mind-affecting spells, is really the important thing about it. This Blessing of the Day Star could have been good, but it wasn't. It doesn't even cast Sunbeam anymore. I think it was Sunbeam. I can't remember what that spell is called. We also gained a level, which meant that I'm actually up to caster level 15. I'm actually effectively caster level 17 for purposes of determining spell power because I have practiced caster, but I can only cast spells if I'm level 15. You get the idea, or you don't, and you don't care. Anyway, there's Create Greater Undead, which actually summons a fairly strong ally. This vampire warrior here is level 15 and he lasts a long time, so if you really need additional meat that's quite meaty, it's a good choice. I'm just going to haste, and on your way out of this area it tells you that Guyven of the Road would be interested in hearing about this place. Sounds great.
This Shadow Reaver may seem a difficult foe, but hold your ground, and reinforcements shall be here soon.
Very soon, in fact. And just for, fun, I'm going to cast Iron Body. Iron Body is a spell that's fairly useless to most wizards, because it gives you a 50% spell failure penalty. It does, however, give you a whole lot of immunities and resistances and other goodies, which really make for an excellent defensive spell. The only downside, of course, being that spell failure. But I guess I didn't need it against that guy.
Assassins. They sent assassins here. So this is how this enemy fights, with shadows instead of cold steel.
If you're an epic level wizard and you start getting the automatic still spell feats, then Iron Body becomes just part of your bread and butter defenses, and is just one of the best spells in the game. But it requires that you have 3 epic level feats for it to be fully functional, so it won't happen in this campaign.
I am unharmed, though I should see to the men stationed on the walls and in the keep. This King of Shadows, his forces are powerful. Is that the Rod of Never you carry? Let me see it. I had heard the rod rested below, but none have been able to enter Lord Halloweth's tomb. It seems the ancient alarms of the keep open the way. With this rod, I should be able to open some of Castle Never's oldest secrets. It seems some good has come from this surprise attack. I think this enemy fears to face us on the field of battle. He fears to face Neverwinter and all its knights, and that now includes you. You have earned this through your deeds, the title of Knight in Service to Neverwinter. Don't thank me yet. I haven't given you your orders.
My lord, there are certain rites for inducting knights that must be...
Naval, I knighted you at Redfellow's Watch in the mud with orcs surrounding us. Ceremonies can wait. Now bow and be knighted.
A knight of Neverwinter is entitled to land, a keep, and forces, my lord.
And he shall have them. But you, Knight Captain, and your efforts here, you have served Neverwinter beyond the call of duty, risking your life not once, but several times without hesitation. If there is anything that I think will be the light against this shadow that comes against us, it is you and the fortress I have granted you. I offer you an honor. To become one of the Neverwinter 9, the protectors of Neverwinter, the surrounding lands, and most importantly, its people.
In the original release of the game, you had to wait for this particular cutscene in order to take the Neverwinter 9 Prestige class. With some of the later patches, they made it just routinely available, and honestly, it's not that special a class anyways. And there's only one item in the game, which is Neverwinter 9 only, and they hand it to you when you become one, and it's not very impressive. So, we'll accept just for the fun of it.
Very well. For your efforts at Crossroad Keep, and your battles against these minions of shadow, I convey upon you the mantle of one of the Neverwinter 9.
And a much-deserved title it is, Knight Captain. We welcome you into our ranks.
But on to the matters at hand. You have done more to halt this beast's advance than any of my knights. When he strikes, you are there to counter it, but that is no longer enough. I am tired of waiting for this enemy to strike. I want you to find this King of Shadows. I want this beast to answer for the blood of every guardsman slain here tonight. If he crosses Neverwinter again, I want it to be the last time. To the servants of Neverwinter here before me, all fighting men of Neverwinter must take to the field to face this foe. You have seen one of its servants, and as terrible as it may seem, it can be beaten, and so can our enemy. You must spread the word. Help your neighbors to evacuate their homes as we fortify the walls of Neverwinter. We cannot allow our people to be placed in jeopardy. We alone must face this threat. Go now, and do what you can to prepare for the coming battle.
And so a strategy must be formed. These Reavers, whatever these things of shadow are, there is no way the Grey Cloaks can fight them. If our enemies cannot be killed.
They are pawns only. Powerful, yes, but not the true threat. The base that the enemy is striking from. If we cannot reach it, then we cannot take the battle to him. He can send his soldiers out without fear of counterattack, and there is nothing we can do but fall back.
Even if these ruins could be reached, we still need more men. Between the plague and the war with Luskan.
Then we will gather more men, but not just men. This enemy threatens not just us. We must make allies, and we must do so quickly. There is much to be done, I think. But I have faith in your efforts. It is said that the captain of Crossroad Keep is the lord of the manor in all but name. Now I've named it for you. But it will not be enough. I am in need of answers, information, and as many soldiers as you can gather. I need to know how these Shadow Reavers can be killed, and how I can reach their master.
And we need allies wherever they can be found, from all the races, all the peoples. This is not our war, it is theirs, whether they know it or not.
Okay. Well, we've got some people we can ask, I guess.
We ask the enemy. We still have some of the Arcane Brotherhood in our dungeons. Let them provide us with answers. See to it. Then I shall leave you both to these preparations. I must attend to the troops and the war effort. You are to attend to the King of Shadows. Of all our knights, no one has a greater chance of finding his weakness than you. I shall gather our forces, but you must show me where we must march. Return to Crossroad Keep and begin preparations. Naval will go to assist you, and he will remain there as long as needed. Now, go!
I'm afraid that one fight's all you're gonna get for this episode. The rest of it's just talking.
We heard about what happened at Castle Never. The attack. It's good to see you're all right.
To attack Castle Never? The King of Shadows? Garius? Oh, they're getting bold, they are.
So, did you get any gold along with the knighting ceremony? I mean, not that you'd carry it with you, since I already checked your pockets and your bags.
What efforts are being made in the war? Will Nashor commit his forces? And what of Waterdeep and the Lord's Alliance?
Know that word of all of this has traveled before the Kalakcha. Our duty is to carry the battle to the King of Shadows, his servants, and gather others who feel the same. No, that will not be easy. Every time they are struck down, they reform. The only losses in battle with them will be ours.
There must be a way. Evil always has a weakness. We just have to find it.
Well, that's the trick, isn't it? The thing is, how long do you look and where?
Pardon me, but sometimes these things come to you. I mean, we can't be the only ones the Reavers have threatened or hurt. We already have crossed paths with a bunch of allies and people and sorcerers and sages we never even knew before. And we did much of that through serendipity. So have a little faith. Maybe an answer will come to us.
Know that this may be the best we can hope for. We should search, but the problem of the Reavers may be one that only time can aid us with.
So we have to do a bunch of side quests, basically.
The claimed lands kill all life that enter it. We wouldn't be able to reach the King of Shadows in time. The movement through the mare is never swift, even in the best of times.
If there's a path at all, we'd still need to know where we were going. And even then, we'd probably die getting there.
I don't think there's an easy path. As much as I hate to say it, I think we should ask Algernon for advice on this.
Alliances are made to be broken. If agreed to at all, good luck trying to get anyone to join our side in these times.
Clan Iron Fist will help. They may take some convincing, but they wouldn't back down from a fight if they thought it was just.
The lizard folk should not be ignored. They once made their homes in the mare, and the King of Shadows has driven them out.
The lizards?
Their history with settlements along the mare is bloody, but they are fiercely territorial and are likely to hate the King of Shadows even more.
And we could look at last for the Wendersnaven.
Oh, gods.
No, they're not gods. They're the Wendersnaven. They exist, even if you can't see them with the eye, or touch them. They see all, know all, and have incredible powers. If they are on our side, we have a good chance of winning.
Oh, really? And how do we find something you can't see or touch and most likely exists in your head?
There's 2 sages at Port Last that are said to know something of the Wendersnaven. We could ask them.
Then it seems we have a number of roads open to us, and an army to build.
Yeah, we're going after the Wendersnaven first, sure. But I'll get into that next episode. We've spent enough time here, and I think we're pretty much out of time. So, see you then.